67% have their classes interrupted 2 to 3 times a week. 13.3% say it's over 4 times a week. 94% say that they do better when their classes are do better on assignments and assessments when their classes are uninterrupted. This begs the question, if we know that our students are being more successful, are learning more when their classes aren't interrupted, why are our classes still being interrupted? The answer to that is because there hasn't been any change yet. But in spite of that, there's a bill right now in Metro Council that could change this. Now, to be perfectly clear, we do not want to ban party buses. None of us here are for that. I am a Nashvilleian by birth and by raising. I love Nashville. I'm so lucky to have grown up here in this beautiful city with culture and excitement and music. And you know, our tourism is a great industry. It helps us. It brings in revenue for the state and it creates livelihoods for people. But that doesn't mean those livelihoods have to happen in front of schools. Drunk people are a part of Nashville life in certain areas. Those certain areas should not include schools. There are laws about where brick and mortar bars and honky tonks can be. There are not laws about where these transportation vehicles can be. There should be. Because these bars can have to be a certain distance away from schools, so should these buses. So, I just say to this that I have personally had every single Latin test I have taken interrupted at least once by drunk people screaming from a transportation vehicle. My Latin classroom is up around there. So it faces Broadway. And, you know, at least once a day I get interrupted, but that's annoying. But it's once a class, it's not a huge deal. However, I'm a student and I have ADHD. This means that it's hard enough for me to focus when there's regular distractions like the buzzing of the air vent or whatever. That's just my experience. Other people might have it differently. But when somebody screams woo-hoo during a test, that throws off my whole thing. And it's hard enough for me to, stay focused fast enough to finish in math over there, in Latin up there, and AP World up there. I do not want to have to look forward to my AP World test being interrupted by screaming drunk people. So I guess that's really the main thing I was trying to say. So again, my name is Julia Wolf-Dubin, and I am the student leader for the HFA Students and Teachers for Peaceful Learning. And that's exactly what we want. We want peaceful learning, not to take away people's livelihoods, not to ban fun, just for us to be able to learn in peace so that we too can go on to have livelihoods just like the people who drive these buses. I don't think any of the party bus drivers or the people who own these companies want to hurt students' education. That just doesn't seem to make sense. Who wants that? But the fact is, whether inadvertently or not, they do hurt our educations by coming through here. And that's just not fair. So without further ado, I'd like to present Nora, who is here to talk. I've talked about my experience and others' experiences being inside what we call the castle, as you can see. And she's going to talk about our experiences having to come out and be faced with hordes of drunk people. And that's fun. So, Nora.
Hello, my name is Nora Tate, and I am a freshman here at Hume Fogg. And let me be honest, I never thought that I would see pedal taverns, party buses, or tractors, or hot tubs from my school. I've heard them when I was taking tests. For example, I was taking a Latin test one day. It was pretty important because it was one of the first ones, and it could very affect my grade. And it's on the 3rd floor, like Julia just said. And I heard at least 3 party buses and pedal taverns within 15 minutes of each other. And like she said, that's on the 3rd floor. And my math teacher has, during a test, has actually said, pedal faster to the pedal taverns when one came by our classroom while we were taking a test. When I was studying during IS, or independent study, I heard one come past, and it really affected my studying. They've interrupted my classes before. My Latin teacher and math teacher constantly talk over them during the day. And we can't have our windows open if our classes are facing Broadway because we'll get interrupted by these noise machines. And when we walk down those stairs, we see them, at least 3 of them, while walking to that bus stop over there. Students have been flashed by people on the party buses. Students have had things thrown at them. Students have been yelled at, and one student this morning, while she was signing the poster, said that she is tired, and I quote, tired of seeing people's busts in her face as soon as she walks out of school. The music they play, the things they're drinking, and the language these intoxicated people use is inappropriate to have around a school. Something has to change. Either their route or the times they can go on Broadway, or both.
Hey guys, I'm the cleanup batter for the students here. My name's Nicole Maynard. I teach AP World History here at Hume Fogg. My perspective is different but similar. My classroom is on the 4th floor of that corner facing Broadway. I often log the number of times my class gets interrupted out of sheer frustration. A couple of Fridays ago, the weather was sunny, and I recorded starting at 10:14 in the morning. Who gets on a party bus at 10:14 in the morning? I don't know. Between that time and 2:52 in the afternoon, 38 times I had to stop talking. My students' heads swiveled back to see what the noise was coming from, and their focus and concentration was broken. That's totally unfair. Adults should be able to handle themselves better than this for the sake of our students who are trying to do the right thing during the day. I support the bill that Representative Freddie O'Connell has in front of Metro Council. I've sent letters to my Metro Council people, and I look forward to the upcoming reading of the bill, and I hope it goes through because our students and our children deserve better than this. Thank you all so much for being here today. We really appreciate it, as do the students. I think we want common sense regulation. We don't want to hurt anybody's ability to make money in this town or make a living, right? We just want to be able to have school in peace. Like, how about they not roll down in front of our school until after 3 o'clock?
My message would be, especially, as the student leader here, we don't want to hurt you. We don't want you to be hurt. We don't want this bill to make your lives harder. But we would ask that that same courtesy be extended to us. They have the right to make their livelihoods, and we have the right to learn so that we can do that too once we're grown up.
And we don't want to get rid of them completely because it is a big tourist attraction here, and I'm fine with it. But I just don't want it coming in front of my learning environment.
The honky-tonks don't disrupt us. These things do. Clearly, it's possible for them not to. Okay?
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate you guys coming out today. Thank you. Good job, guys. Good job.
I've got a live shot to do for Jackie at 5:30. I have to go help you.